Hello, Ralph Davella. Today we're doing lesson number 11 out of my beginning series. There's 12 lessons altogether. So hopefully you've done the first 10. So today we'll do number 11. Let's get started. Alright, like always, we'll go to lesson number 11, 11 in the book. Now you don't have to have the book, so what I do is what I do on each lesson is I copy each page out of the book. I put them up on the screen so you can follow along. So let's start with lesson 11, exercise number 1 right now. As always, make sure you read everything. This explains what's going on in this lesson. We're going to start off like I always start off. Don't skip any of this stuff because this is important and you're becoming a stronger trumpet player. Exercise 11A is going to be the lip buzz. So the first thing we're going to do is the lip buzz, just the lips. Second we're going to do is the mouthpiece buzz. So let's do those two things now. Okay, on the lip buzz, just get a buzz going. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so let's get the buzz going. You can hear it when you get it going. Keep the ear going through, and you'll get a nice little buzz. Just like that. Second thing we're going to do, buzz on the mouthpiece. Don't forget how I taught you how to hold it. We're just holding it like this with 2 fingers. That's it. Because we don't want to be pushing it against our face too hard. Basically, we want to do the lip buzz into the mouthpiece. Alright, so you just mess around a little bit, get that lip buzzing. Doesn't have to be real strict, okay? Just get it going good, you can tell. And that's the first 2 things we're doing. Now let's do the next exercise. The next exercise is a 6-note exercise. Read everything to remind yourself on what we're supposed to be doing. Because if you don't, sometimes you just start doing it any old way, and that's not the point here. We want to do it the way it's supposed to be done. This way we build strength. We build strength in our embouchure. All right. So you're gonna count 4. Then you're gonna play 2 beats, 2 beats, 4 beats. You're gonna leave it on your lips and count 4 beats without moving your lips, without moving anything. And then you're gonna play the G sharp. You're gonna do all 6 notes, and then make sure you repeat it. Now, you go as far as you can. If you only get up to here and you start having trouble, just take it off your lips. That's all. Rest for 20 seconds. Put it back on. Then pick it up where you're having trouble. Continue to the end if you can. Then repeat it. If you can repeat it twice without taking it off, then you're getting way ahead of most people. So it's not the point that you need to do it twice without taking it off right away. It's the point of doing it every day, to the point where you finally get to that, to get to where you can do that. So we're going to do the 6 notes together right now, and we'll just do it one time to save time, but you can stop the video and do it twice if you want. I mean, that's what I would like you to do it twice, but we'll do it one time together here. 1, 2, 3, 4. and repeat it. Okay, so you do those 6, you do that from the G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, and you repeat it. So that's going to build a lot of strength. Don't skip this exercise. It's an exercise that you need to do in order to build your armature muscles. Put the next exercise up on the screen now. This is exercise 11D. It's called the chromatics down. And we've been doing this, and we're just continuing down lower and lower each week. So the notes are written there for you. How you finger it is written for you. Just follow it. So it's a quarter note followed by half note, by a rest. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to leave it on, and we're going to breathe in through the nose, which I don't think I mentioned in the 6 notes last time, but you should know by now anyway. Is on the rest, we're breathing in through the nose. That's where we're not moving the mouth, moving anything. We're just breathing in through the nose on the rest. So same thing. If you start having trouble with it, you need to take it off. It's okay. Take it off. Rest for 20 seconds. All right. So let's do this together now. 2, 3. Let me just mention, you should get a nice relaxed feeling as you're playing this, going down to those low notes. Not a lot of pressure, just continue the continuous air, which is very important. And so it's a nice, good, relaxing exercise. And to stay relaxed when you're playing the trumpet, you'll find out eventually that that's the key to be able to play for long periods of time, and in order to have a good range. So as you get tense when you're playing the trumpet, it's not good. So this is a great exercise for that. Then the next exercise, 11E, you'll see it's called the fermata, which you know now fermata means just hold a note. So let's just play that G and hold that nice and relaxed for a while. 2, 3. Now, I don't expect you to hold it that long. Maybe you can hold it longer than me. You got young lungs, who knows? But and the point is, just hold that for a while, take a breath, and do it again. So play that a couple times. Again, that's a nice relax. Keeps you nice and relaxed, makes your lips vibrate, and puts your lips in a good spot. If the note's not coming out, your lips may be separating too much, but don't worry about that. Just blow. And as you're blowing the air, your lips most of the time will find a spot by itself. All right, on to the next exercise. If you notice in those last things that we played, I was playing soft. I hope you can realize that when you're watching the video. So you want to play those last couple exercises we did on the very soft side. And that's important also. Playing soft is just as important, or probably more important than playing loud. So next exercise we're going to do is the interval. Make sure you read everything. We're going to do this the same way that we do the 6 notes. We breathe in through the nose, we leave it on. Get to a point where we can't go any farther. Let's say we do the G, the first one, the second one, third one. We get to the second line, the C, D, C. And let's say we can't get that far. Those don't come out. Take it off, rest for 20-25 seconds. Put it back on, continue from there. If you get another couple notes in and you can't go any farther, take it off again, rest another 20-25 seconds, put it on, and continue from where you left off that time. You go as far as you can, and then that's it. You don't want to keep putting it on, do it 5 times, and all that's no good, because what happens is you're just trying to force it, and you force it, it develops bad habits, and it's not good. It's not good for developing your trumpet playing. So you give it a couple shots, and that's it. So make sure you read everything, follow the directions. Let's play the interval of the seconds. Let's do it together. And like I say, we're probably not going to make it all the way to the end in one shot. So we'll see. We'll see where we're going to stop, if we have to stop, or go right to the end. 2, 3. Let's say you only make it to there, you start having a lot of trouble. I think that's a spot where most people are going to start having trouble. But if you don't, you shut my video off, put it on pause, and just do it again, and just keep going, see it go even farther. If not, let's say, where were we, on the D-E-D? Yeah, with the D-E-D. So now let's say you have trouble with that D-E-D. Now you rest for about 20-25 seconds. And then we'll take it from where we had trouble, which was the D-E-D, and we'll continue up. 2. Again, let's say you had a lot of trouble getting that G. Let me show you this way you know where we're at. Make sure you know where we're at here. Yeah, let's say you had a lot of trouble getting that G in. Stop right there. We're going to rest, and we're going to give it one more shot. If we get that good, then we try the next one. If we can't get it, then that's it for the day. You don't have to make it to the top. So as time goes on, you will. Now let's pick it up from the F, G, F. 1, 2. Okay, so we made it to the end here, the A, B, A. When we played the A, then even myself, the B didn't come out right away, but then it did. So it's okay. Sometimes on this exercise, we're not really worrying too much about the way it sounds. We're just we're trying to work our trumpet muscles, and we're trying to learn how to play with one setting without moving the trumpet too much. Different notes on the trumpet. Alright, so that's an important exercise, tough exercise. A lot of people start skipping the tough stuff. Don't skip it, and you'll become a good trumpet player. On to the next exercise. This next exercise is called the harmonic series, and we're going to do this one line at a time. We're not, because we're starting to get up to play this and getting up a little bit higher, and we want to rest in between each line. So you play the first line, and then instead of resting the 3 beats after that, take it off and rest for as much time as it took you to play the line, maybe 10-15 seconds. And again, like this is played, the harmonic series, the first line is played all open with no fingers. Second line is played with just a middle finger. And the third line is first, so on. Fourth line, the fifth line, sixth line, seventh line. So you'll see. So each line is only, there's no, you don't change fingers. You just start whatever finger you started with, that's the finger you finish the line with. So just follow along, read it. And so we're going to do the first line now, which is G, C, G, C, E. Quarter notes. Let's play it together. 1, 2, Alright, now it has the fermata after the last note, so you hold that note out a little bit. As you're playing from the G to the C, back to the G to the C to the E on the top line there, on the fourth line, you want to keep yourself nice support in the stomach. So when you take your breath, you hold your stomach a little tight, and you're thinking E as we get up. We're not thinking E because we're playing the E. Anything from the E up, we're going to think E. So we're going to think ta. So anything from that E up, we're going to think. As a matter of fact, as we're going up, it might be easier rule for you to think to remember. Always think E as we're going up. So you think the E. All right, now something to do with the shape of your armature helps you to get the higher notes. But for now, let's play the next one, and as we're going up, we're going to think E. 1, 2, 1. Okay, 2. Take it off. The rest as long as it took us to play it. The next one is played with the first finger. It's the F, B flat, F, B flat, D. Alright, so now if you also, just trying to tell you as we're going along, you notice it's a continuous airstream. We're not tonguing the note, we're not interrupting the note with the air. It's a continuous airstream, and that's why as we're going up, we're thinking E, and we're thinking holding the tight stomach, and I would say think of blowing a little bit, I don't know what's the word, faster or louder as we go up. But you don't need to get really louder, but just think of it as a little bit louder, so you're blowing the air through a little bit faster as if you were trying to get louder. So that's important as you're going up. All right, let's do the next one. It starts on the E, 1 and 2. 2. Okay, rest. Next one is 2 and 3, the E flat. Okay, next one is going to be 1 and 3. Think of blowing the air. Don't forget, as we're going up, continuing the air stream a little faster as we're going up. 2, 3. Okay, next one is 1, 2, and 3. Show you the last one on here. Okay. 1, 2. Alright, so that's the harmonics. That's a good exercise for you. Again, I hate to repeat it, but don't skip these exercises. This is what's going to make you a good trumpet player. On to the next exercise. This exercise, the chromatic scale, is played in eighth notes. Now, if you have to, you can play it in quarter notes. You said that, just make believe it's quarter notes and do one beat each note. But I want you to start and get the feel of eighth notes. And over here, just got a line where you get the feel of eighth notes, okay? So you're thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Oh, that's what we're thinking here. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this is going to be a little tough. This takes time. Go nice and slow when you're learning this. We can do the eighth note slow, or we can do the quarter notes a little faster. It ends up being the same timing basically. So all the fingerings are above the notes. All the notes are down here in case you still need it. So we'll play this one together. Now, if you're having trouble with this, you just pause the video and play it yourself. To play it as slow as you need to play it. Let me get to the page where that's on. All right, so we're gonna do where it says exercise the chromatic scales. It says 8H. Actually, I'm supposed to say 11H. All right, for some reason it says 8H, but that's the exercise we're playing. So let's start. We're starting on the C. Well, let me mention this too. You may take a nice big breath before you play it. Make sure it's comfortable breath. Don't overdo it. And when you run out of air, just breathe in and continue from where you ran out of air. 1, 2, 3. Rest for 4 beats, and then you repeat it. Let's repeat it right now. 1, 2. Now, over again with this, you may not make it up to the high G. So if you're really not making it up to the high G, just stop where you make it up to. Let's for an example. And you're not making it past there. So just look for a comfortable. You could take it off and try to continue, or look for a comfortable spot to come back down on. So let's look at here. We played that one just now up to here, but let's say we can't do that yet. Then just start over here and come down. All right. So let's just start on that D and come down. All right. So the idea is to learn all the notes. Get coordinated with all the fingerings. Get confident with it. The only way you can get confident in playing all these fingerings is by playing it tens and tens of times, into the hundreds, eventually into the thousands. So you just play this a lot of times. Play this exercise a lot of times, and you'll start. It'll become each week. It will become easier and easier to where it's not even difficult, not even a little bit. But it takes time to get to that point. It takes a person a long time, 2 weeks actually, to even start getting coordinated. So the mind and the body has to coordinate together. Fingers, the muscles, everything has to coordinate, and it takes time. Next exercise here is a tonguing exercise. This is the third tonguing exercise that I've given you so far. And remember to form the embouchure by saying the letter M. Take a good breath of air as if you're yawning. Okay, so if you hear that sound, that's how you would yawn, let's say. And it's a good way to think of it. This will help you play the entire line in one breath. When you tongue this exercise, think of the syllable 2. All right, again, you run out of air. You run out of air, just stop there. Take it off, rest a little bit, and then just continue on. And we're going to play quarter notes, then we're going to play eighth notes. So repeat that twice, and repeat this twice. For now, well, let's see. I think I want to maybe tell you a couple more things about this. So remember, when practicing the tonguing exercise, blow continuous air through the trumpet. So what you're doing is, when you're tonguing this, you're not stopping on each note. You're continuing to blow, and you're just interrupting. Use the syllable 2 for the articulation when playing in this trumpet exercise. Steady air combined with pronouncing the syllable 2 will produce the desired tonguing effect. All right, enough of that. Let's play it. let's do the eighth notes together now. 1, 2. Okay, so that's your tonguing exercise. Practice that a couple times. You know, you'll get better at it. Here comes the part of the lesson where you're going to have to do a little bit of thinking. So we're going to continue to learn. So before we look at that, let's just read. Line 1 shows the eighth notes equal the same value as 1/4 note. We already know that. So 2 eighth notes equal 1/4 note. So if a quarter note is da, and 2 eighth notes are da, 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 da. Alright, so 1 and da. Now, line 2 shows the 16th equal 1, shows 4/16 equal 1/4 note. So this quarter note is divided into 4/16. It's like having one pizza pie and cutting that pizza pie into 4 sections, and those 4 sections equal, put them back together again, is 1 pie. So here's the quarter note, da, da. Here we say 1E and a da, 1E and a da, 1E and a da. So 1, 2, 3, 4 da, 1, 2, 3, 4 da. Now, eighth notes, back to the eighth notes, da, da, da. The 16th notes are twice as fast as eighth notes. Of course, depends on the speed that we play it, but relatively speaking. Da, 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 da. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I like to think, and if you start doing this when you're young, it becomes so easy as you keep playing and you become a better player. 1E and a, 1E and a 1. Alright, now, let's read the next line. Line 3 shows an eighth note followed by 2 16th notes. That equals 1 beat. So there's an eighth note, and if you had another eighth note like over here, that would equal 1 beat. But here we got an eighth note followed by 2 16th notes. So 2 16th notes equal 1 eighth note, and so this is 1 beat and 1 beat. Da 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 da. 1 and a 1, 1 and a 2, 1 and a 2. This is the downbeat. That gets 1 eighth note, and this the upbeat gets 2 16th notes. So this equals 1 beat. You follow? This equals 1 beat. You follow? And this equals 1 beat. All right, it's not. It might get confusing, but it's really not. And just keep looking at it and keep thinking about it, and you'll understand. So this equals 1 beat. Eighth note and 2 16th notes equal 1 beat. 1 and a 1, 1 and a 2. So just again, do it the way I'm teaching you to think. 1 and a 1. Or this could be whatever it is, but 1 and a da, 1 and a da. Alright, let's go on to the next line. I'm not trying to push you along here. Well, actually, I am trying to push you along. You can go back and you can study this on your own. So let's see, we're looking at the 4th line here. Line 4 shows the 16th notes followed by 1 eighth note equal 1 beat. So this is just the opposite of this. Here we had an 8th followed by 2 16ths. Here we got 2 16ths followed by an 8th. So here I'm saying 1E and 1, 1E and 1, 1E and 1. So that equals 1 beat, that equals 1 beat, that equals 1 beat, that equals 1 beat. Let's go on to the 5th line now. Line 5 shows a dotted 8th note followed by a 16th note equal 1 beat. So here's the dotted 8th note followed by a 16th note. Now what does the dot do after a note? The dot adds half the value of the note, to the original note. So if this is an 8th note, as you see, that's a half a beat. Half a beat. And if you're going to put a dot after it, you have to add half the value. So half the value of an 8th note is what? It's a 16th note. Half the value of an eighth note is a 16th note. So it's 1 da da. So if we're going to count it, this gets 3/4 of the beat. That gets the fourth part of the beat. That gets the first 3/4 of the beat. That gets the fourth part of the beat. So it's 1 2 3 4 1 1 2 3 4 1 da 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 1 2 3 4 da. Get that? You get that rhythm? You see how that works? So you keep saying that in your head over and over again. Eventually, that's gonna become natural to you. Right now, it may sound. I hope it doesn't sound too confusing, but it may sound difficult now. But if you keep doing it the way I'm teaching it to you, so all these first lines all equal one beat, and so does this one, except we're holding that to get a new rhythm. So it's 1 2 3 da 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 da. Got it? Now the last line. Line 6 shows the 16th note followed by a dotted 8th note equal in one beat. So this is the same as that, except in reverse. So here we got that sound da 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 da. Here we got da 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 da. So it's da 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 da. And so you gotta get the feel a little bit. Besides just being mathematical, you also just need to get a feel. Besides just using the math. So you're coming down on the quarter note, the downbeat. So da da da. Da 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 da. All right, so that's it for this. I know it's a lot of thinking, but it's fun. You know, you get to do a little bit of math and dividing up math and the trumpet playing into music. Let's look at the last thing that we're doing for this lesson now. All right, this is the last thing that I wrote for you here. And when the saints go marching in, all right, so I did it two ways. It's the way I've been doing it. We're going to do the song straight the way it's written. We're going to read it just the way it's written on the page. And then we're going to do a variation, which is it applies some of the rhythms that we just learned. For instance, you got the dotted 8th note followed by 16th. There it is, dotted 8th note followed by 16th. So you see how that works into real life, real time music. We're learning this stuff for a reason. After we play When the Saints Go Marching In straight, I just want you to read it yourself. Hold it. This is 4 beats tied to 1 beat so that you're holding that 5 beats. And remember, that's all air. And if you have to take your breath and then you play When the Saints Go Marching In, play it to the end. Play it until hopefully so many times that you have it memorized. If you play it enough times, you will have it memorized without even trying. So you don't have to try to memorize it. It'll come naturally. Then do the saints with some variation to it. This way you hear the way the pros play it. And they play it a little fancy and sounds good the way they play it. It's called embellishments. So play it and then try to do the 16th notes the way. So it's, oh, when the saints, da 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 da. Da 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 da. So just like we learned it on the other page. Dotted 8th followed by 16th equal 1 beat. So that's 1 beat, 2 beat, 3 beat, 4 beats, and back to the whole note. Da 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 da. Alright, so good luck doing that. Have fun doing it. And that's the whole lesson for today. Just let me say something in conclusion here. Well, that was lesson number 11. If you made it this far, that's quite an accomplishment. We only have one more lesson to go out of our series of 12 beginner lessons. So next month or a few weeks from now, we'll do the last lesson, and we'll talk about what you do after the last lesson. You know, how you continue to get better and all that. So I'm happy that you're with me on lesson 11. Whoever is still doing it with me, and appreciate you watching, and I hope you're getting better and hope you're enjoying the lessons. I know sometimes they get a little bit long, you know, but really, I don't know if you time them, probably less than a half hour. So thanks for doing the lesson with me, and I'll see you on the next one, the final lesson, number 12.